we will take one more numerical on the law of parallelogram of forces, and then we will go for the next bit. So the numerical, take down with me. Two forces Fa 6 Newton and Fb 8 Newton act on a particular particle, okay, or act on a point. You can say act on a point. Their lines of actions are inclined to each other at an angle of 70 degree. Find the resultant. Now this is the straightforward problem that we have taken. Now see here, two forces Fa and Fb are given to you. So our value of P, that is Fa, it is 6 Newton. Value of Q, Fb, that is 8 Newton. And what is given? Their lines of actions are inclined at each other at an angle of 70 degrees. So the angle between these two forces, it is 70 degrees. So now to calculate the resultant, use the formula R is equal to under root P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. So just put the values in this formula, you will get the answer. So R is equal to, here it is 6 square plus 8 square plus 2 into 6 into 8 into cos of 70. So you solve this, you will get the value of R. Let me know the answer.
$11.51.
What is the answer? 11.51. 11.51. Okay. So answer is 11.51 Newton. So this is the resultant. Now this is the magnitude. Find out the direction also. This is the magnitude of the resultant. Now find out the direction also. So tan alpha is equal to Q sin theta divided by P plus Q cos theta, which is equal to, what is the value of Q? Q is 8, P is 6. So 8 sin 70 degree divided by 6 plus 8 cos 70 degree. Okay, you solve this. Somebody has asked me the question, which type of calculator should we buy for the engineering calculations? So if you go to the market, you will get the calculator of Casio company. Okay, now this is old version. Okay, this calculator, just so I will make visible background first. Just a minute. Okay, now you can able to see this is the calculator of Casio company. Okay, you can see here, but this is old one. So like this one, you will get one calculator in the market. If you go to the market and if you tell which type of calculator for scientific calculator, if you tell them you want scientific calculator for engineering, then the shopkeeper itself gives you the calculator. So use the calculator of this Casio company. It is good. Okay. So now you will get the modified version of that. I am having the old calculator. When I was doing the engineering at that time, I have purchased that calculator. Still, I am using. So you may get the what we can say next generation calculator, means more added features will be there in that. So now, what is the answer of tan alpha? If you solve this, what is the answer of tan alpha?
45 degrees.
So tan alpha is 45 degree. Tan of alpha, what is this calculation?
0.86.
0.86. Okay. So therefore, alpha is equal to tan inverse of 0.86. So therefore, alpha is equal to, now let me know the answer. What is the answer?
40.69.
40.69 degree. So now this much of problems what we have taken on the law of parallelogram of forces, those are enough, I think so. You may get cleared with the concept how to use the formula to calculate the values. So now we will move forward and we will see how the resultant is calculated when the number of forces are acting on the body. That formula we are going to see now. So I will write here first. You also copy down it with me. When the number of forces, when the number of forces are acting on the body, then their resultant can be find by using the formula given below, and that formula is R is equal to under root here summation fx square plus summation fy square. This is the formula to calculate the resultant when number of forces are acting on the body. So by doing the calculation, likewise now what we are doing by using law of parallelogram of forces, but there is a limitation for that. What is the limitation? If more than two forces are acting on a body, then you can't use the law of parallelogram of forces. Are you getting my point? Law of parallelogram of forces, you can use it when there are only two number of forces are acting on the body. Okay. That if more than two number of forces are acting on the body, then you cannot use the law of parallelogram of forces. So to overcome this problem limitation, so this formula has been evolved. So this formula is R is equal to calculate the resultant, R is equal to under root summation fx square plus summation fy square. So where I will write the meaning of each quantity, where summation fx means what? Summation fx means what? So I will write first sign is summation. So notation वरूनच लक्षात ठेवा की याला काय म्हणायचं. So I will write here sum of, summation means sum of, F stands for force, sum of forces parallel parallel to x-axis. Okay, so summation fx means what? Sum of all the forces which is parallel to x-axis. That is nothing but your summation fx. Summation fx, here you can see that sum of all forces. F stands, the summation sign is for sum, F stands for forces. So summation F means sum of all the forces. If I write here x, then those forces are parallel to x-axis. If you write here y, then those forces are parallel to y-axis. So here summation fx means sum of forces parallel to x-axis. So similarly, we can say that summation fy is equal to sum of forces parallel to y-axis. Parallel to y-axis. And what is the meaning of R? R, you know that resultant of force system. Resultant of force system. Anybody is having any doubt in this formula?
No,
A
sir.
direct formula is there for your syllabus. There is no derivation, nothing is there for your syllabus. So direct formula will be there and you have to use this direct formula to evaluate the examples. So here R is equal to under root summation fx square plus summation fy square. This is our formula where summation fx means you should consider all the forces which are horizontal, that is parallel to x-axis, and you should take the sum of all those forces. Summation fy means what? You should consider all the vertical forces which are parallel to y-axis, and then we will taken these two quantities to calculate the resultant R. So this is the formula to calculate the resultant R. Now here we will see sign conventions also. So sign conventions are very simple. I have told you on before also. So here this is your y-axis, this is your x-axis. So you know that this is your origin. This is your origin O. So the positive numbers on x-axis. So this is x-axis. This is y-axis. So on the right hand side positive numbers are there. So therefore, if the force is moving towards the right hand side, if the force which is parallel to x-axis is moving to right hand side, then we will consider this force as a positive force. Similarly, if the same force parallel to x-axis is moving towards leftward direction, this is the leftward direction, moving towards left, then we call this force as the negative force. This is for summation fx. For summation fx, these sign conventions you are going to use. When the force is rightward, you are going to take that force as plus. And when the force is leftward, you are going to subtract that force. Similarly, when the force is moving upward in this way, if it is moving upward, then we are going to consider that force as plus, positive. And when that force, this same force is moving downward, then we are going to consider it as a negative. So in summation fy, you are going to use these sign conventions. When the force moving which is parallel to y-axis is moving in upward direction, then you should take it as positive. If that force is moving in downward direction, then you should take that force as negative. So these are your sign conventions. Okay, give the heading sign conventions and then draw this diagram. Okay, so these are the sign conventions. So still I will write over here once again. For summation fx, when you are calculating the summation fx or any of the forces, then when your force is moving towards right, then it is positive. When your force is moving towards left, then it is negative. Okay. Similarly, when you are calculating summation fy, then when your force is moving upward, it is positive. When the force is moving downward, it is negative. Force is moving downward, it is negative. Okay. Is it clear up to this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So here you can see by using this formula r is equal to under root summation fx square plus summation fy square, you will get the magnitude of the resultant. You will get some value 5 kilonewton, 10 kilonewton, 15 kilonewton after solving this. So you will always get the magnitude of the resultant. But still we need to calculate the direction of the resultant. So to calculate the direction of the resultant, the formula to calculate the direction of the resultant is alpha is equal to tan alpha, just 1 minute, tan alpha is equal to, in mod, you have to take it always positive, don't take it negative. In mod, you have to take this summation fx and summation fy. In the mod, summation fx upon summation fy. So therefore, alpha is equal to tan inverse. This is not bracket, this is called as mod. So summation fy divided by summation fx. This is the formula to calculate the direction. This is the formula to calculate the direction. Clear? Have you written down? Have you noted down the formulas, both the formulas,
Yes, sir.
to calculate the magnitude as well as to calculate the direction? Now we will see some further parts. See here. So now this is the formula. First, this R, it is comprises of these forces, summation fx and summation fy, where summation fx is the all represents all the forces which are parallel to x-axis. Summation fy represents all the forces which is parallel to y-axis. So now if I use the law of parallelogram for this summation fx and summation fy, what do I get? See, very interesting thing is there. Now if I plot summation fx over here, this is my summation fx. काही तर values मिळेल ना तुम्हाला summation fx ची. When you add all the forces parallel to x-axis, तर तुम्हाला जी summation मिळणार आहे, it is nothing but a value. It may be 100 kilonewton, it may be 50 kilonewton, whatever it may be. And now if you plot summation fy over here like this on summation fy, let us consider both are positive. Now according to this law of parallelogram of forces, if I join this, if I extend this line, and if I extend this line also, they will meet at this point. And now the diagonal of this will represent the resultant. Okay, so the diagonal is R, the resultant. Okay, so this side is summation fx. आता इकडे बघा की then this angle is nothing but alpha. So from here also you can see this. This side is summation fx. This side is summation fx. This side is summation fy. So this is also summation fy. Okay, this is also summation fy. So I will write here. This side is also summation fy. And if this is summation fx, then this side is also summation fx. Because it will become rectangle, because the angle between fx and fy is 90 degree. You know that the angle between x-axis and y-axis, how much is the angle? It is always 90 degree. So once the angle is 90 degree and the two sides are parallel, then it is either a rectangle or a square. So now if you see here, this is your diagonal, that is the resultant R. This angle is the angle of resultant alpha. Now how that formula comes, we will validate that once again. See, now if I consider only this much of triangle, if I consider this much of triangle, so I will draw that triangle separately. So here I will draw that triangle. Okay, if you consider only that much of triangle, okay, now here you can see this is your summation fx, this is your summation fy, and this is your diagonal R, and this is angle alpha, and this angle is 90 degree. That is, I want to say this angle is 90 degree. So here if I use the Pythagoras theorem, So this is your hypotenuse. If you use the Pythagoras theorem, what you will get? Pythagoras theorem is equal to R is equal to R square. R square is equal to summation
Fx square.
summation fx square plus summation fy square. Now if I take the square root, then it will be R is equal to under root काय मिळेल मला summation fx square plus summation fy square. समजलं? Okay. So this is also called as summation fx, and summation fy is also called as x component of R, that is summation fx, and y component of resultant is nothing but summation fy. कसं ते तुम्हाला दाखवतो मी. So right now concentrate over here. So this is the formula for R. Now in the same triangle, if I use tan of alpha, in the same triangle if I use tan of alpha, now alpha is angle here. So tan चा formula काय? It is opposite side, that is fy, divided by adjacent side, that is fx. So the formula is opposite side, which is fy, divided by adjacent side, it is fx. So it is summation fy divided by summation fx. Just we take the mod over here. Okay. So to calculate alpha, we should send this tan to that side. So it will become tan inverse. So once you calculate the tan inverse of this quantity, you will get the direction. So in this way, it is working out. In this way, we are going to calculate and we are going to use it for the number of forces. Now, I have told you how to resolve the force. Okay. I have told you how to resolve the force. We have already seen how to resolve the force. Now, what I want, you see this resultant. Okay. You see this resultant. From here, this resultant is originating. This is the point of application. Now I want to resolve this resultant. How I am going to resolve? What is my first step? If I want to resolve this resultant in two directions, x and y, how should I resolve this? Okay, B57, your message is noted. So, see, now this is my point of contact. This is my point of contact. First thing, resolve कुणाला करायचं? Always resolve inclined force. Don't resolve horizontal and vertical force. There is no need to resolve the horizontal and vertical force. Resolve नेहमी कुणाला करायचं? Always resolve inclined force. That is the first thing. Second thing, see the point of application. So where is the point of application? So this is the point of application of this. Now from here, if I resolve this, then how should I resolve? How to resolve it? You must draw one line parallel to x-axis, another line parallel to y-axis. But while drawing those two lines, you should take one care that your main force, that is this R should come in between these two components. So if I resolve this R here only, then I will get one component in this direction of this resultant and another component in this direction of this resultant. Okay. So here what is written? R is written. Okay. Here its magnitude is R. Direction तर आपण बरोबर दिलेली away from point. Magnitude is R. So I will write here R. Here also I will write R. Now you tell me to whom, what is the angle now? Angle is alpha. Angle is alpha. Now you tell me to whom you are giving cos alpha and to whom you are giving sin alpha.
For x direction cos alpha.
For x direction component, this will be R cos alpha and this will be R sin alpha. Is it clear?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. So in other words, I can also say that summation fx is nothing but it is R cos alpha, x component of the resultant. and summation fy is nothing but it is r sin alpha. Okay, summation fx is equal to r cos alpha and summation fy is equal to r sin alpha. Correct है? समजते का काय सांगतोय ते का नाही समजत ते सगळं वर्ण चाललंय? यस नो? मागचं बघितलं ना शिकवलेलं लेक्चरला रोज बघता ना?
Yes, sir.
या एकदा आपण
Yes.
शिकवलं रिझोल्युशन ऑफ फोर्स तुम्हाला शिकवलंय ना मी?
हो सर.
ओके. नाव वी विल व्हेरीफाय दिस. आता तुम्ही म्हणताल कशावरून असं तुम्ही एक रिझल्टंट दाखवला आणि इकडं आर कॉस अल्फा लिहिला इकडं आर साइन अल्फा लिहिलं कशावरून समेशन एफ एक्स म्हणजेच आर कॉस अल्फा आहे समेशन एफ वाय म्हणजेच आर साइन अल्फा आहे कशावरून असं जर कुणाला डाऊट येत असेल तर यू सी दिस इक्वेशन आर स्क्वेअर इज इक्वल टू समेशन एफ एक्स स्क्वेअर प्लस समेशन एफ वाय स्क्वेअर हे आपलं इक्वेशन आहे. दिस इज द इक्वेशन. दिस इज द राईट हँड साइड. राईट हँड साइड काय आहे तुमची आर स्क्वेअर आहे and this is the left hand side आणि मध्ये equal to the sign आहे. Okay, so to prove this now, see suppose what I will do, I will keep this value of summation fx and summation fy that is r cos alpha and r sin alpha in this formula and we will check that whether we will get the same left hand side or what. Okay, so our equation is r square is equal to summation fx square plus summation fy square. This is our equation. Now this is our right hand side. This r square is our right hand side. This total thing is nothing but our LHS. Okay. Now consider LHS first. LHS is equal to it is summation fx square plus summation fy square. So fx is equal to I will put here r cos alpha bracket square plus in fy r sin alpha bracket square. So if you resolve this, it will be r square cos square alpha plus r square sin square alpha. So if you take r square common, what will remain in bracket? It is cos square alpha plus sin square alpha. So what is the value of cos square alpha plus sin square alpha?
1.
1. So this whole bracket will become 1. See, this whole bracket will become 1. The value of this whole bracket is 1. So काय मिळालं तुम्हाला r square मिळालं ना?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so which is equal to your RHS. So your LHS and RHS are equal. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in other words, we can say that this summation fx means what? Sum of all the forces parallel to x-axis. That is nothing but in other words, we can also say that summation fx must be equal to r cos alpha. That is the x component of resultant. And summation fy means what? Sum of all the forces parallel to y-axis. So in other words, we can also say that summation fy is nothing but it is y component of resultant. So this is the basic information. Now this formula is required and this formula is required to solve the numerical and this concept also required r cos alpha and r sin alpha. Okay. So this is the thing. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Shall we take the numericals based on this?
Yes, sir.
Anybody is having any doubt in this? Whatever I have told you up to right now, these two formulas, this summation fx, summation fy, then resultant, then angle alpha, then this is r sin alpha, r cos alpha. Then by verifying the equation also I have told you we get the same answer. So anybody who is having any doubt in this, any difficulty or anything which you want to ask, because this is very important. Your entire section 1 depends upon this formula. So if anybody is having any doubt, any difficulty, you can ask me right now.
सर हे एक्सपान्शन केलेलं राईट डाऊन करायचं आहे का?
Yes, लिहून घ्या की तुमच्याकडे नाही तर लिहू नका तरी चालतंय तुम्हाला लक्षात आलं असले तर लिहू नका. इफ यू अंडरस्टूड दिस हे जे आता मी एक्सपान्शन तुम्हाला दाखवलं LHS and RHS चं, if you understood this and you feel that you understood it completely, there is no need to write that, then absolutely it is fine if you won't write that. But you are doing the study after 3 months, 4 months, again you are going to study this at the time of examination. So at that time, you think now what is your capacity. If you remember, it is well and good. If you don't remember, then it is better to take it down. Okay. So shall we move further? Shall we take the numericals based on this? बोलत जाओ. It
Yes,
should be
sir.
interactive session. It should not
Yes,
be
sir.
monotonous. Shall we move further to take the numericals, or any doubt is there?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so we will take the numerical. This is your problem number 1. So 4 forces, 20 Newton, 15 Newton, 30 Newton, and 25 Newton are acting at 0 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, and 150 degree from x-axis taken in order. Taken in order means अनुक्रमे मराठीत सांगायचं तर तुम्हाला. Taken in order. Full stop. Find the resultant by analytical method. Okay, now here they have mentioned find the resultant by analytical method. Sometimes they won't mention, they will also tell you find the resultant. That's it. Okay, so still you have to use the same method. Now read the problem carefully first. 4 forces are given, 20, 15, 30 and 25. Their respective angles from x-axis are given. So 20 degree, what is the angle? 0 degree. 20 Newton, angle is 0 degree. 15 Newton, angle is 60 degree. 30 Newton, angle is 90 degree. 25 Newton, angle is 150 degree. So first of all, we will draw this. So I will draw here. This is y-axis. This is the x-axis. Okay. So now first force. First force is of 20 Newton. It is of 20 Newton. What is the angle? 0 degree. So you should, it is measured from which axis they have told us? It is measured from x-axis. So from x-axis 0 degree. So the force will be like this. This is the force of 20 Newton. I am showing here. This is the force of 20 Newton. This is the force of 20 Newton. Second force. Second is 15 Newton. Angle is 60 degree. From x-axis it is measured. Okay. Taken in order. So ह्याच्यानंतरच घ्या म्हटलेले. Taken in order. नाहीतर इकडनं मोजायचं नाही परत. So they have told us taken in order. So after now we have to go by this conventional method. नेहमी आपण अँगल असं मोजतो. Anti-clockwise. Okay. So now 15. So next force is of 15 kilonewton and at an angle of 60 degree. So this force will act somewhere here. This force will act somewhere here. This is 30 Newton. Okay. Sorry, 60 degree of 15 Newton. Okay. This is 15 Newton. 15. Now for 30 Newton, angle is 90 degree. So 90 degree angle means what? 90 डिग्री, इथनं 90 डिग्री जर मी मेजर केलं तर ते y ऍक्सिस वरतीच येईल. So 30 Newton force, angle is 90 degree. So I will show over here. I will show that this force will be acting over here like this. This is 30 Newton. Now next is 25 Newton, and angle is 150 degree from x-axis. So angle is 150 degrees. So from here to here it is 90. 90 plus 90 it is 180. So from here it should be at a distance of 150. So the force will be somewhere here. It is acting. So this force is nothing but it is 25 Newton. This force is nothing but it is 25 Newton. Okay. Now see this angle. This angle they have given as 60 degree, and this angle is total angle. I will not show 90 degree. 90 degree काय तुम्हाला माहितीच आहे. This total angle, it is how much? 150 degree. This total angle is 150 degree. So what will be this remaining angle?
30 degree.
30 degree.
30 degree.
How much it is?
30 degree.
30 degree. This angle is 30 degree. So now they have told us to find out the resultant. Now see, I have drawn this diagram by reading the numerical. Nobody has asked me that in the numerical nothing is mentioned, then why I have taken all the forces away from a point, why I have not shown any force towards the point. Are you getting my question? प्रश्न
Yes, sir.
कळला का?
Yes, sir.
प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये तर काय मेन्शन केलेलं नाहीये, तरी पण मग मी सगळे फोर्सेस दाखवताना तुम्ही ऍरो बघितले का? मी सगळे अवे फ्रॉम पॉईंट दाखवले, टेन्साईल फोर्सेस दाखवलेत. मी टुवर्ड्स द पॉईंट एकही ऍरो दाखवलेला नाहीये, कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह फोर्स एकही दाखवलेला नाहीये. कसं काय म्हणून मला कुणीच विचारलं नाही. ओके, तुम्ही विचारलं नाही तरी पण मी तुम्हाला सांगतो, व्हेनेवर टेक डाऊन, दिस इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट पॉईंट, नोट म्हणून लिहा, इम्पॉर्टंट नोट. Whenever in the numerical, if the direction of force is not given, if the magnitude of force is given but it is push or pull, nature of the force, not direction. Here magnitude is given, direction is also given. Theta दिलाय म्हणजे direction दिलेली. So if the nature of the force is not given, nature of the force, it is pull or push towards the point or away from point, is not given, then always consider the force away from point. Then always consider the force away from point. Okay. So there is one nomenclature. If the force is tensile, then we don't give sometimes the nature of the force. Okay. So have you written this important point?
Yes, sir.
So moving further now. Now what is our requirement? See the numerical, 4 forces are given, 20, 15, 30, 25. We need to find out the resultant of all these forces. So what is our formula? Our formula is, don't write anything right now. I am writing just roughly for your understanding. Our formula is R is equal to under root summation fx square plus summation fy square. So they have also told us to find out the resultant. We need to find out this resultant R. So for that, what we required, summation fx, summation fy. So summation fx means what? Sum of the forces parallel to x-axis. Okay. Summation fy means what? Sum of the forces parallel to y-axis. Now look at the diagram. This 20 Newton force. This 20 Newton force, it is parallel to x-axis, and this is horizontal force. So there is no need to resolve this force. Second force, 15 Newton, and this force we will consider in summation fx because this is horizontal parallel to x. Then 15 Newton force. Now this is inclined force. 15 Newton force ha एक्स ऍक्सिसला पण पॅरलल नाहीये आणि वाय ऍक्सिसला पण पॅरलल नाही. इट इज नायदर पॅरलल टू एक्स ऍक्सिस नॉर पॅरलल टू वाय ऍक्सिस. So what we should do? We should resolve this force. We need to resolve this force. So we will get two components. One component is parallel to x-axis, another component is parallel to y-axis. Okay, and then we will consider those two components in our further calculation. After this 15, if you move further, you will see this force of 30 Newton. So this 30 Newton force is vertical force. This 30 Newton force is the vertical force. So again, basic rule I have told you, there is no need to resolve the horizontal and vertical forces. Okay, because our plane, what our reference plane is x-axis and y-axis. Right now we are considering our reference plane as a x-axis and y-axis. म्हणजे आपला x-axis असा आहे सध्याला आणि y-axis हा असा आहे. This is our reference plane, x-axis and y-axis. So this 30 Newton force is parallel to y-axis. It is vertical force. So there is no need to resolve horizontal and vertical forces. Okay, so 30 Newton will remain as it is. Lastly, this is the force of 25 Newton. Again, we have to resolve this force. Okay, so now we will do the resolution of the force here first, and then we will find out the resultant. So now first force. First is this now 15 Newton force that we need to resolve. So what is the angle of 15 Newton force?
60.
It is 60 degree. It is 60 degree. Okay. So this is the point of application. The point of application. So what I will do, from this point of application, I will draw one line parallel to x and one line parallel to y. One line parallel to x, one line parallel to y. Okay. So this is nothing but, if this angle is 16 degree, I will write here 15 and I will also write here 15. सांगा मला cos कुणाला द्यायचं आणि sin कुणाला द्यायचं? I am resolving this force.
X direction. X direction.
हा component काय येणार? Cos 60.
60.
This component will be sin 60. Now don't consider this main force for the further calculation. Okay. Now don't consider this force for the further calculation. Instead of this force, consider these components for the further calculation. Okay. Now we have got two components of this force of 15 Newton. One is 15 cos 60, another is 15 sin 60. Then move to the next force, 25 Newton. Now we need to resolve the force of 25 Newton. So if you see for 25 Newton, this angle is not acute angle, this is obtuse angle. This angle is obtuse angle and it is given to us as 150 degree, obtuse angle. Okay. This angle is obtuse angle. So we should consider the acute angle for resolution. सांगितलं होतं ना मी तुम्हाला? The angle must be always acute angle when you do the resolution. Now see, from this side, this angle is 150 degree. But from this side, if we can see with x-axis, the angle is only 30 degree. So 30 degree is the acute angle. So we can resolve this force. So we will resolve now. So this is the point of contact. So I am going to draw one line parallel to x-axis and another line parallel to y-axis. This line is parallel to y-axis in such a way that the main force should come in between these two lines. Okay. So here you can write. Here you can write, if this is 25 Newton, this is 25 Newton, then here also I can write 25 and here also I will write 25. सांगा sin कुणाला देणार, cos कुणाला देणार?
Negative x component la cos.
Okay, so this is cos of 30 and this is sin of 30. Now see what we have done over here and let me know if any doubt is there. Just we have resolved this force of 15 Newton into two components and we resolve this force of 25 Newton into two components. This is horizontal force there, so there is no need of resolution. This is also vertical force, so it is need not to be resolved. Just check it and let me know, is there any correction? Sorry, is there any doubt? So that we can move further if there is no doubt. काही doubt आहे का?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
So now further, if you understand this, now further we will calculate summation fx. So now we will calculate summation fx. So I will write it over here. Summation fx is equal to. So while calculating the summation fx, I have already told you when the force is moving towards right direction, rightward force is there, we will take it as a positive. When the force is moving towards left direction, then we will take it as a negative. Now we will start from the first force. So what is our first force? This 20 Newton. सांगा मला 20 Newton plus घेणार का minus घेणार?
Positive.
Positive. Okay. So here I will write plus 20. Now don't consider this 15 Newton for calculation. नाहीतर हे component पण calculation मध्ये घ्यायला लागलाय आणि हे force पण घ्यायला असं चालत नाही. Either you consider the force or you consider the components. दोन्ही पैकी एकच. So now here we resolve this 15 Newton force into x component and y component. So we will not consider this. Rather than this 15 Newton force, we will consider its components. So now to consider the component, second horizontal force is this one, 15 cos 60. Now let me know this 15 cos 60 is positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive.
Because it is moving towards right or left? It is moving towards right. Okay, so it is moving towards right, so it is plus 15 cos 60. Okay. Then don't consider this 15 sin 60 because we are taking parallel to x-axis. Only consider horizontal forces. Summation fx आपण calculate करतोय. So in summation fx, consider the only forces which are parallel to x-axis. So don't consider this 15 sin 60. Don't consider this 30 Newton. Don't consider this 25 sin 30. Now directly come to here. And also we are not going to consider this. Rather than this force, we are considering its components. Okay. So what is the component of this 25 Newton? 25 cos 30. Now this 25 cos 30, it is plus or minus?
Minus.
Minus. Okay.
Minus.
कुठला फोर्स राहिलाय का बघा, हॉरिझॉन्टल डायरेक्शनला राहिलाय का कुठला फोर्स? का सगळे घेतले? Okay, all horizontal forces we have considered. So calculate the summation fx now. लवकर calculate करा. Let me know the value.
$26.63.
26.63. Have you taken all the values correctly? Any other? Please verify the answer. Everybody. What is the answer? एकानेच सॉल्व केले का? बाकीच्यांना काय प्रॉब्लेम आहे? पुट द ब्रॅकेट ओव्हर हिअर व्हाईल सॉल्विंग. हे एक टर्म आहे बरं का, मल्टिप्लिकेशन आहे ना 15 इंटू कॉस 60. हे आधी करून तुम्हाला ऍड नाही तर मायनस करायचंय. व्हॉट इज द आन्सर? इट इज 5.84. My answer is 5.84 Newton summation fx, and I have got this answer as positive answer. So summation fx is moving towards right. So the direction will be this one, which is positive direction, because I have got this answer as plus answer. If I got the minus answer, then I will show the arrow towards left hand side. So 5.84, is it the right answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now this is summation of x. Similarly, we will calculate. Here point समजला का सांगा? Here I have shown the direction towards right and plus sign. Why I have shown this like this? Why I have shown it like this? Because summation of x we have got positive answer. Positive answer means what? Summation of x म्हणजे काय? Sum of all the forces which are parallel to x axis. म्हणजे तो पण एक व्हॅल्यू आहे. आणि त्या व्हॅल्यूचे आन्सर तुम्हाला कसं मिळालंय? पॉझिटिव्ह मिळालंय. सो त्याची डायरेक्शन कुठे कशी असणार आहे? राईटवर्ड असणार आहे. दॅट इज द मिनिंग ऑफ दिस. ओके. इथे जर तुम्हाला निगेटिव्ह आन्सर मिळाला असतं तर तुम्ही हा एरो लेफ्टला दाखवला असता. त्याचा काय उपयोग आहे हे मी तुम्हाला शेवटी सांगतो. सो नाव हिअर इट इज प्लस, सो वी हॅव शोन दिस टुवर्ड्स द right hand side. So now similarly calculate summation fy. Similarly calculate summation fy. So for calculating summation fy, if the force is moving upward it is plus, moving downward it is minus. So 20 Newton घेणार का fy मध्ये? बोला की लवकर. घेणार
No,
का?
sir. No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Why?
It is in a
Because it is in x direction.
Because it is in x direction, it is parallel to x direction. Okay, it may be in x direction, it may be parallel to x direction. So that forces we are considering in summation fx. Fy मध्ये कसले घ्यायचे? Y ला parallel forces घ्यायचे. Take the forces parallel to y axis. Now we will start from here. 30 Newton. This is moving upward. So I will take over here plus 30. Then again this 15 sine 60. So plus 15 sine 60. And again plus 25 sine 30. So solve it, you will get the answer of summation fy. What is the answer? What is the answer?
55.49.
55.49 Newton. Positive answer मिळाला का negative?
Positive.
Positive. So I will show here arrow upward. Positive, because we have calculated summation fy and we got positive answer, so arrow is upward. Now if you observe carefully over here, see, understand this. In summation fx, this 15 Newton force is inclined force. So that is why we have resolved this force into two components. And these two components we have considered in summation fx and summation fy while doing the calculation. We have not considered this force. इथं plus 15 म्हणून कुठे ऍड केलंय का मी? ऍड किंवा मायनस दोन्हीकडे केलेलं नाहीये. का केलेलं नाहीये? तर या 15 किलो न्यूटन फोर्सला आपण काय केलंय? स्प्लिट केलेलं आहे टू कंपोनेंट्स मध्ये. एक एक्स ला पॅरलल, एक वाय ला पॅरलल. And those two components we have considered in our calculation. Similar thing is done with this force of 25 Newton also. We split this force of 25 Newton in two components, and then we have considered these two components for further calculation. We have not considered only 25 Newton force in any of the calculation. म्हणजे एकदा जर तुम्ही फोर्सला रिझॉल्व्ह केलं की त्या फोर्सला द्यायचं सोडून त्याचे फक्त कॉम्पोनंटच घ्यायचे कॅल्क्युलेशनला, एवढं लक्षात ठेवा. Once you resolve the force, then don't consider that force again into the calculation directly. Rather than you should do, or you should consider the component of those forces in the calculation. So you have to consider the component of the forces rather than considering the whole force. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you know the value of summation fx, you know the value of summation fy. So calculate the value of resultant R. So calculate the value of resultant R. So R is equal to under root summation fx square plus summation fy square. This is the formula for R. So just put the values. So here it is 5.84 square plus 55.49 square. So if you solve, you will get the value of resultant. So R is equal to, let me know the value. Let me know the value. Goal number 45, it is noted, you are permitted. So what is the answer? Why are you taking too much time? Just I am asking for the answer. No, value is there, everything is there in front of you. Just do the calculation, let me know the answer. Why are you taking too much of time for this? So if you solve this, you will get the answer of this is as a 55.79 Newton. Okay, so this is the resultant magnitude. Now to calculate the direction, tan of alpha is equal to in mod summation fy upon summation fx, which is equal to, what is the value of summation fy? 55.49 and 5.84. 55.49 divided by 5.84. So tan of alpha is equal to, so tan of alpha is equal to how much? 55.49 divided by 5.84. It is 9.5. 9.5. Therefore, alpha is equal to tan inverse 9.5. Therefore, alpha is equal to, so it is 83.99 degree. This is the value of alpha. So R we have calculated, alpha we have calculated. Now we will show by a small diagram how the R is there, how everything is there. Okay. Now arbitrarily what I will do, I will take one point. This is my point. Okay. Now go to here and see your summation fx. What is the direction of your summation fx? Towards right or towards left?
Towards right.
Towards right. So here what I will do, from this point I will show the summation fx which is towards right. So this is summation fx. Okay. This is summation fx. This is summation fx. It is, which is 5.84 Newton. From the same point now, here you can see summation fy. Summation fy is, what is the direction? It is positive. So it is moving upward. Okay, summation fy is upward. Why it is upward? Because 54.49 we got positive value. So that also I will plot over here. So if I plot that, so this is our 55.49 Newton, which is summation Fy. Okay. Now if I complete the parallelogram, okay, if I extend this, and if I extend this line also, they will meet somewhere here, and this is nothing but the resultant R. The diagonal is nothing but resultant R, and that also we have calculated. Resultant R, this R is equal to, what was the value? So R is equal to 55.79 Newton. This is the value of R, and this angle of the resultant is nothing but alpha, and this also we have calculated. It is 83.99 degree. Okay. So here your problem ends. Here your problem ends. Are you getting the answer? समजलंय का?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
तर आता तुम्हाला व्हेरीफाय करायसाठी एक गोष्ट सांगतो. मगाशी मी तुम्हाला काय म्हणलं होतं? व्हॉट आय हॅव टोल्ड यू दॅट समेशन एफ एक्स इज इक्वल टू आर कॉस अल्फा. म्हणलं होतं ना, समेशन एफ एक्स इज इक्वल टू काय असतंय? आर कॉस अल्फा असतंय. आता आर ची व्हॅल्यू तुम्ही ही काढली 55.79 आणि अल्फाची व्हॅल्यू पण तुम्हाला माहिती आहे 83.99. सो डू वन कॅल्क्युलेशन. कॅल्क्युलेट आर कॉस अल्फा. Okay, R into cos of this angle alpha, and check that you are getting 5.84 or not. Do it now. R cos alpha. Are you getting 5.84?
Yes, sir.
ओके. म्हणजे मी तुम्हाला हे सांगायचा पर्पज काय लक्षात ठेवा, की वी ऑलवेज कॅल्क्युलेट समेशन एफ एक्स अँड समेशन एफ वाय, and in then we calculate the resultant R. Okay, and then we calculate the angle alpha. This is the standard problem. But in some problems, what they do, they will give you the value of resultant, and they will also give you the value of alpha, and they will ask you what is summation fx and summation fy. So in that case, you have to do the reverse calculation. Summation fx is equal to r cos alpha, summation fy is equal to r sin alpha, and then from that, from this value of r and alpha, you can find out fx and fy. So both the ways you should know. That is why I am telling you from both point of view. So I hope now you understood this problem. Okay. So today I am taking only one problem. Why? Because I want to give you the time. Now at home, or you do one thing, you try to solve this problem once again without looking at it. Just take down the problem and try to solve it. मनाने सोडवायचा प्रयत्न करा. फोर्स स्वतः रिझॉल्व्ह करायचा ट्राय करा. जमतंय का नाही बघा. आणि ऑलरेडी हा प्रॉब्लेम तुम्हाला सॉल्व्ह करून दिलेला आहे. ऑलरेडी आय हॅव सॉल्व दिस प्रॉब्लेम. सो तुम्हाला जिथं डिफिकल्टी येते किंवा जिथं अडते तर तुम्ही हे बघू शकताय कुठं काय प्रॉब्लेम आला, नेमकं कुठं चुकलं. ओके. So please do the practice, and this part and this numerical and whatever I have taken today, it is very, very important. So please see it once again at your home. And if any doubt, any difficulty is there, you can ask me tomorrow also in the next lecture. Okay. So today we are going to stop over here. So I will take your attendance. Just 1 minute. Purposefully, I have taken only one example today. So it is so that I want to give you time for the understanding. Okay, to digest this concept. So see it once again at home. And if any difficulty is there, come with the difficulty tomorrow. So today is the date 24th. Roll number 1,
Present.
2,
Present, sir.
3, 4,
Present, sir.
5,
Present, sir.
6,
Present, sir.
7, 8,
7 present.
8, 9,
Present.
10,
Present, sir.
11,
Present, sir.
12, 13,
Present, sir.
14,
Present, sir.
15,
Present, sir.
16,
Present.
17,
Present, sir.
18, 19,
Present, sir.
20,
Present, sir.
21,
Present, sir.
22,
Present, sir.
23, 24,
Present, sir.
25,
Present, sir.
26,
Present, sir.
27,
Present, sir.
28,
Present.
29,
Present, sir.
30,
Present, sir.
31,
Present, sir.
32,
Present, sir.
33,
Present, sir.
34, 35,
Present, sir.
36,
Present, sir.
37,
Present, sir.
38,
Present, sir.
39,
Present, sir.
40, 41,
Present, sir.
42, 43,
Present, sir.
44,
Present, sir.
40, 44 is present. 45, 45, 46, roll number 46, 47, 48,
Present, sir.
49,
Present, sir.
50,
Present, sir.
51,
Present, sir.
52,
Present, sir.
53,
Present, sir.
54,
Present, sir.
55,
Present, sir.
56, 57, 58, 59, 60,
Present, sir.
61, 62, 63. Okay. So
Sir, 42 present, sir.
42 is present.
Yes, sir.
So I will count the absent roll numbers once again. Roll number 3, roll number 8, 12, 18, 23, 34, 40, 47, 56, 58, 59, 61, 62, 63. कोणी आहे का यांच्यातलं प्रेझेंट?
40.
40 is present. Okay. अजून कोणी आहे का?
No, sir.
Okay. So now I am going to end up the meeting for today. Thank you.
सर उद्या लेक्चरला सुट्टी राहील
नोटीस आली आहे का तशी?
ग्रुपवर अजून काय नाही आला मेसेज तसा
ग्रुपवर तुम्हाला मेसेज येईल, असलं तर, नसलं तर ऍज पर टाइम टेबल लेक्चर्स होतील.
ओके सर.
चेक करा ग्रुप. संध्याकाळी सुद्धा चेक करा. रात्री जेवण झाल्यावर झोपताना सुद्धा एकदा बघा. ग्रुप चेक करत राहा, ग्रुपवरती तुम्हाला अपडेट मिळत राहतील.
ओके सर.
ओके.
ओके सर.